Do you ever find yourself asking questions, but sometimes the answers don't come in the way you expect them to be? Yeah. This is the story what happened to me when I was 9 years old. But we but before we get into the story, first of all, hi, my name is Dia. Yeah. Also, I would like you to call me. I'm 22. I'm 23. And this story takes place like 13 years ago. No. And a little backstory or background about me. When I was 9 or 10, I used to be bullied as a child. Like, think about bullying in the worst way possible. And yeah, and it just, it's kind of hard to talk about it right now, because thinking about it right now, it was tough for me. No child should ever go through that. But sometimes you need to go through some tough things, tough times, so life can get better for you in the long run. And trust me, it gets better. So yeah, I gone through bullying since I was little, and don't get me wrong, I did seek help. But the way my school was back then, because there was a bully or something, they either try to not shine light on it, or just ignore it, or put a label on me and whoever would stand up for themselves against a bully, like, oh, you're just being over dramatic, or you just want attention or something, or put the dirt on this other child. But no, I had bruises. This child abused many people beside me, mentally and physically, you name it. So yeah, it got a little bit worse when I would try seek out help for the first time. And my school was well known for being, this special school for smart children, well-behaved children. So if they heard about bullying or grades lower than B's, or I don't know, just the dropouts or whatever, but this is what happened eventually. Yeah, then they would get in trouble for it. Like, oh my gosh, no, don't do this, don't talk about that, we don't need bad publicity. That's what I'm trying to say. So it got worse when the first 3 times I would ask a teacher, I would ask an adult, ask my mom, ask a friend for help. And it got to a point where the bully would just, I want to say about 2 minutes, but it wasn't even that much long. Just stand up, say you're sorry to name, and then sit back down. That's all they would handle bullies. That was just the stupidest, that was just a dumb thing they would ever do. So yeah, think about this. If a bully sees you being a snitch, being a little bitch about it, they were gonna come back for revenge, or come back do worse, because teachers don't give teachers don't give a shit. So yeah, it got worse from there, to a point me as a 9-year-old or 10-year-old, I don't know, child, just having suicidal thoughts. It got that worse because I seek help, nobody will give me help, or if it's either nobody gives me help, I'm labeled as wanting attention or being a drama queen, or just handle it, but in the most dumb way ever, that it's almost like they didn't even take action and didn't even bother. So it got to a point that I was just done with everything because it was too much, suicidal. And the way my bully would work, aside, leaving me with bruises, leaving me with almost scars, was they would mentally abuse you in a way, emotionally even, that make me think, besides other thoughts like I'm not worth anything or something like that, or I'm not, make me self-conscious because I was being bullied because I was ugly, the most ugly girl in the school or class. Aside from that, I was also wondering, why am I even born? Because if I had a purpose or something, it made me question my purpose in life. It made me wonder, why am I even here? Was I a mistake? And just a short note, you are never a mistake. You're here for a purpose. Whether it's big or something small, you're here for a reason. Never take your life, never do anything, never even seek help, because help will come eventually. That's all I'm trying to say. But moving on. So I was one time, it was a Friday, and I came home from school, and I was not in the right place and not in the right mindset. I was at some point keeping it all bottled up, keeping it all to myself, because why bother talking about it if no one is gonna help me or I'm put in a bad light? So rather hush about it, Bad decision back then. And yeah, I was not in the right place, not in the right mind. My mom was like, and my mom just that Friday when I came from school, just so done with everything. I was so conflicted. I wanted to end it right now, like in a split second of my life. I heard many movies, many stories about, suicide, and I didn't want to go to the process of cutting my wrists open and bleed to death. No, thanks. Not in the top, no. I wanted just to end it quick, somehow or some way. And my mom, with the brightest idea, but she didn't know at the time what kind of state I was back then. She's like, let's clean the house. And at some point, I'm asked to clean the balcony, and we lived on the second floor. So yeah. And while I was there, I was questioning life, questioning everything, asking and kind of mocking the universe, like, why am I even here? And I was so angry. I would just swipe the floor on the balcony like I was a mad person, even making angry faces. Like, neighbors probably thought I was insane. But it's okay. It's cool. So yeah. And it's even hard to talk about because I was kind of angry, and I was kind of asking in a more mocking way, I guess. The universe, God, whatever you want to call it. It was all in my head, like, why am I even here? What purpose do I have in life? Why am I going through this? Why not someone else? Why can't nobody help me? Or am I just forced to deal with it because that's that's my purpose, to deal with it, just to suffer. And I was so done. I was like, okay, you know what? In your face, whoever you are listening to me, and I mean God, universe, whatever, I'm gonna jump off this balcony and end it. And I had it all planned in my head. I'm just gonna end it all quick, smooth, like this. And I was like, I'm gonna jump head first, crack my skull open, bleed to death, done. That's all I wanted. That's all planned in my 10-year-old head. Keep in mind that. Oh my gosh, what kind of imagination did I have back then? And so, yeah. It so happens that and even then I was so desperate and I was so determined to end it all quick. Like, why wait? Because I was like, as soon as I put this broom down, I'm doing it. I'm jumping. I'm done. And just so you think, there was no tree to block my fall. There was nothing but concrete and a little bit of grass. But if I jump head first, I would be done. Or at least break a rib or two, maybe bones, and just stay in a hospital for months and get out of this bully, because it was almost summer back then, and I was like, I'll be yes, freedom. Because they would graduate. Even if I got held back, I would be like, I don't care, just never let me meet that bully ever again. So anyways, and as soon as I think that, like, as soon as I put down this broom, I'm gonna jump as soon as I put this broom down. In that moment, as soon as I thought that, and I was ready to let go and go like this, the broom breaks in two. I'm not saying head fell over and I was left with the stick. No, it's like someone took a goddamn twig and split it in two. The head was still attached to this half of the broom, and I was left in my hands with the other half, with the tip. And keep it in mind, that broom was kind of an old thing, like, those thick brooms that, they would describe witches would ride on. We had those. And it wasn't even that old. It was maybe brand new. So yeah, how could a 9-year-old child break a broom in half? It's just like, as soon as I thought that, someone up there or out there who was listening just took the goddamn invisible sword, sliced it in two, done. And I'm left there shook, like, I was freaking out. I was holding the goddamn other end of the broom while staring at the other on the floor like it was possessed and like it would turn into a snake and about to attack me. I throw it away and I run back in my room in a split second, and I just cover myself cover myself in many blankets, hop into my bed and just and just hide from whatever was up there, because if that thing was strong enough to split my broom in half, imagine what it could done to me. I was like, oh no, the universe or God or whoever is out to get me. Or I don't know, it's like, it's so pissed with me, like, you're questioning your life purpose now? How did my mom not hear me hyperventilating under the covers, breathing heavily and freaking out? It's beyond me, because she came in to check on me, and aside from me feeling scared because whatever was out there broke the broom in half, split in two, even though I wanted to be that broom just seconds ago, I was also scared my mom is gonna come and beat me up. She had a history of scolding me for hours and beat me up for whatever little thing I did wrong. Save it from breaking a broom into. So yeah. Yeah. And but she was like, oh dear, you didn't even finish. Goes back into the kitchen and cleans up. And I was like, what the fuck? And she found out. It's not like I hid it. I even left it open in there, and with the balcony and door open and whatnot. Now, there could be a logical explanation. I'm aware. You can leave your own thoughts, opinions, whatever in the comments. But again, I was 9 years old and I had a thick broom, like this thick. It was like this. So yeah, those old school brooms. How could I break that thing in half? Even if I was swiping and adding pressure to it like a crazy person, because I was so angry, I was just yeah. So even then, and it wasn't even that old. It was old school, but it was well crafted, well made. So yeah, it couldn't even break that easily and that soon. So you tell me, maybe it was a sign from something or someone. Maybe it was me breaking somehow. I don't know. I'm the child of the Hulk, maybe. Chuck Norris. Are you my daddy? Yeah. So yeah. But yeah, this is the story of a broom fucking scaring me out of my suicidal thoughts. Like, as soon going from I'm gonna end it all, I'm gonna die, I'm gonna jump, I'm gonna just end the suffering, from no, I'm good I don't want to die anymore. And ever since then I didn't even want to think about that. No, I'm cool, life's good. Chill, bro, chill. Chill, universe, chill, I'm good. Yeah. And this story even has a good ending for my bully, because later on my mom called, threatened to sue the school, whatever, and they didn't want that bad reputation, bad light shine on them, bad name. So yeah, they took measures into their own hands when she called, and she even talked to the principal about it, because teachers weren't even helping. They were neglecting, they were unprofessional. And later on, that bully got what he deserved. He dropped out of school. He got so much in trouble that they couldn't even hide it anymore. They couldn't even make like, oh, our school's the best, our school's well known for this and that, such and such. Yeah, right. Maybe it was, but back in the 2000s, I think that was the rise of it all. Like, more bullying, more suicide, more bad things. So yeah, you couldn't just hide and pretend nothing wrong is going on. You can't. Always seek help. Always ask for help. Always, even if it doesn't come the way you want, help, or right away, it will come eventually. I know it came for me when I asked about my purpose. If that broom didn't break, I could die. And that bully would never been caught, because he had more victims, and he had worse things than ever done to other people. And yeah, well, this was fun. Hope you enjoyed this little crazy story. And